Hi everyone, so I thought I'd just give you a mini tour today. A lot of the roses are finishing their first flush and some of them are sort of in the middle. So here we have Novalis, also known as Poseidon, which is just these really lovely purple, cool purple flowers. They don't really have any scent to speak of, and this is perfect weather for them, sort of overcast. However, I have noticed that they don't really like rain and they don't really like heat, so they have wilted in the sun and then in the rain as well. Sometimes they snap and fall off, but it is really healthy, really wonderful colour. This one is potted, and I only potted it last year, and it's really quite tall. You can see this year. Eustacia Vye just coming towards the end of her first flush now. She did so well though. So many blooms. Worked really hard. Minerva, just a few kind of little ones there. She's come to the end of her first flush. But the hydrangeas are all coming out. Another Eustacia Vye. Here are my first blooms on Spicy Parfuma. If you look at the size of that, massive. Can't quite reach to get the scent just yet. Just a couple of blooms. It's a hybrid tea. Really healthy foliage. I've not long planted her this year, so hopefully next year she'll be a lot bigger. Although I don't think she gets too tall. I've heard about 80 centimetres to a metre, but if you have one and she's any bigger, then let me know. Bliss Parfuma. Couple more blooms, again quite big. Again, I've just planted her this year, not too long ago, and the blooms were really big. That one's a bit smaller, but they are quite big, which I'm very surprised about and bodes well. Lady Giardina, again planted really late bare roots this year, probably about May, and she's starting to put on buds now. It's quite windy. Timeless Cream came to the end of her first flush. I will say that the flowers last probably about 2 weeks. I've just deadheaded it this morning, but really long lasting. Joire de Vivre as well. It sent out a few, and then now it's sort of, this is its first real flush coming out now. Really beautiful pink peachy rose. No scent though. Chandos Beauty. This massive tall cane with loads of buds. She really shot up. But she is potted, so hopefully she doesn't get too big. Comte de Chambord. Smelling really lovely. I have deadheaded her, so she's sort of in the middle of her flush for the first time. Natasha Richardson, really pretty pink, smells lovely. In the heat she's a lot more white, and then in the cooler weather she opens a bit more pink, which I find with a lot of roses really. It's an Olivia Rose, bleached out a bit from the sun we were having. Eustacia Vye. I'm not sure if you can see in there. There's a little sceptred aisle, but there are a few more buds, so hopefully we'll get a good view of that when it blooms. Ancient Mariner's just starting, which I can't wait for. That was planted bare root in this spring, around March. And here is poor Silas Marner. She's really floppy. Not super impressed with her small flowers. Does smell nice though. we see Ozeana is opening there in the back. Excuse the big pile of leaves, we had to coppice a tree. So Olivia Rose there, just kind of going over, and still in her first blush though. And then Ozeana. Here's Ozeana. Kind of small-ish blooms. They're meant to have a really strong fragrance, but I can't make much out at the moment. But this is the second year. Loads of buds though. We'll go this way. Coco Loco. It had a couple of blooms and then it's produced some new canes and some new buds. And this one even has multiple buds on one stem, which is good for a hybrid tea, which is doing really well. Slow starter. I recently mentioned that I've planted some new roses in this bed, so this is our Aphrodite, which I had to cut back because it had some mildew, so I had to cut the buds off, but it is growing a new one. It's a light pink rose. I have Timeless Purple in the back there. Eisvogel, which has this really nice warm sort of peachy copper salmon in the middle, and then goes out to more of a cooler pink, but really ruffled, nice fragrance as well. Princess Alexandra of Kent, nearing the end of the first flush, so I'm going to have to feed all these roses now, ready for the second flush. Old Port, again just newly planted. And there is Giardina now. She had so many buds and it was so promising, but a lot of them got rain damage and just bleached and just fell off, which you can see I need to tidy up a little bit. Not a really strong scent currently, but she's young. I'm planning on growing her up the side of the house as a climber. So that's it really, first flush nearly over. These are just really stunning. And I'll leave you with the Novalis, I think. Really pretty, interesting colour, like a Parma violet colour, I would describe it. I just wish it had fragrance, but it is still gorgeous. And hydrangeas are coming out soon. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.